Oh, yes. Oh, look at that. What is going on, guys? Joey Suggs here. That is me. Welcome to today's video. That is this, what you just clicked on. And we have an incredible video planned for you today because it is one of my infamous, or I guess just famous grocery hauls. That's right, I've done a lot of these and this one's gonna be an incredible one. I've been to Walmart, grocery stores, Costco's, Trader Joe's, and today we're going to none other than Whole Foods. So yes, Whole Foods is known for being very, very expensive, but for having some incredible, unique products that you can't get anywhere else. So we're definitely gonna be trying out some of those things today. And if this is your first time ever clicking on one of my grocery haul videos, here's how it's gonna go. I'm gonna take you POV mode, strap a GoPro to my head, look like a complete idiot, and go into the grocery store, pick up everything that I would normally grab from that store. Then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna use the things that I got from the store to make a couple recipes and show you guys what I got, how it's tasting, and how you can use it in your daily life. And if that sounds like something that you're excited for, that you're into, make sure to smash the thumbs up button for me down below. It does help my channel grow. It helps this video get out to more people. So for that, I thank you. And if you're new to the channel, if this is one of the first time you're seeing my face, if you'd like to see this face more often during cooking videos, grocery hauls, fitness videos, workout videos, whatever it may be, make sure to press that subscribe button down below and turn your bell on, that way you never miss a new video. So with that being said, I am super excited to head to the grocery store, pick up some incredible, expensive things, and get back and start cooking. So let's go POV mode and let me show you what I got. All right, so let me start off by saying I could not have picked a better day slash almost nighttime to go to Whole Foods because it was just gorgeous inside and out. And they have some of the best fruits and vegetables that you can get fresh wise. So I definitely had to pick up some watermelon because of course it's in season right now. And you guys know I've been addicted to eating watermelon. Also picked up some organic Hass avocados, pretty good price here as well for organic. Had to get some Honeycrisp apples. These Honeycrisp apples are also in season and they are so good here recently. Also picked up some romaine lettuce for salads, a little bit of spinach for my eggs and everything else in the morning, and broccoli slaw. If you guys are not using broccoli slaw in a ton of your recipes, so high volume for so little calories and doesn't shrink like spinach does. And a little bit of asparagus. Definitely had to pick up some organic spaghetti squash. We're gonna make a recipe with this later that is one of my all-time favorite recipes. And since fall is going around too, it's time to break out the spaghetti squash. They had the biggest sweet potatoes I've ever seen in my life. Like I had to hold that sucker with 2 hands just so it didn't fall to the ground. So definitely, and they're organic too, like that's just so weird. So definitely had to pick up some giant sweet potatoes. And when we move on to like their proteins and supplements, Amino Lean by RSP. RSP is something, a company that I've been using quite a bit here recently, but they have their new vegan line coming out in the next couple of weeks. Mine got it early, I guess, because it's a Florida-based company. But with these vegan amino acids that they have here, you get a lot of really good, tasty, like fresh flavors. It's good for like any time of the day energy. It doesn't have to be like a pre-workout. It also has 0 calories, which is awesome. And it has blends to help with focus and weight management. So it's really a good all-in-one focus recovery amino acid blend. And Whole Foods has RSP's proteins, which is their True Fit. They have their normal True Fit with a ton of really good flavors, which is their grass-fed protein. But they also have their new vegan protein, like I said, coming out in a couple weeks, which is their plant-based protein. You get 2 different really good flavors. I think it's just creamy vanilla or salted chocolate. But in this, you're getting 20 grams of plant protein. But not only are you getting the protein, you're actually getting a combination of some fruits and vegetables, 12 to be exact, some fiber in there, also some healthy fats, and of course wouldn't be RSP True Fit if it didn't have some probiotics in there as well. And for 150 calories, being vegan and 20 grams of protein, that's a pretty solid vegan protein choice for me. Like I said, I've been using their stuff for a while. Florida local company. Definitely check out RSP if you have not already. I tried to check out Whole Foods dressings, but they really didn't have any that were low calorie, especially not compared to my Bold House dressings that I normally get. Now, what I did really enjoy was their pre-frozen fish. I got some haddock, I got some cod, and I also got some salmon. These are just really easy to take out of the freezer, thaw, and cook. And another really good find in the chicken sausages. There are 110 calories for 3 links. That's pretty solid, and these links actually got pretty big too. When it comes to meat, they had some really good 99% fat-free ground chicken, so I had to pick that up, as well as some 99% fat-free ground turkey, so you know I had to pick some of that up too, and we're gonna use that in a recipe. And they had a bunch of pre-seasoned meats, which is something else that I love about Whole Foods. I decided to go with this beer can battered chicken, but they have so many different options to choose from, skewers, all sorts of marinades. Definitely check them out. And they had coconut aminos. They have liquid aminos and coconut aminos. I got the coconut aminos. Both are good though. They have my favorite jelly here as well, the Crofters Strawberry Organic. Also less calories, 30 calories compared to like 50 or 60. So good. Also a plethora of Lily's chocolate chips. I know I just bought a ton at Walmart, but this place is a plug for Lily's as well. Just about every flavor you can imagine. White chocolate too, so definitely had to grab that. Lily's chocolate chips are taking over the world, and I'm happy to see them in Whole Foods too. And they had a bunch of different like nut butters and stuff like that. I'm gonna try this one, Nudie Light. I've never had it before, but I'm assuming it's supposed to be like Nutella. They also have some of the best oats. These Bob's Red Mill Organic Quick Oats are so good. My favorite by far. Protein bar section. Okay, so they have a ton of no-cals, and boy, do I hate no-cals, so didn't get any of those. They had these Monk Pack protein cookies, which looked like they'd be pretty good, but when you turn around and look at the macros on them, it's like 380 calories, and compared to like a complete cookie, not a good size. These Go Macro bars are pretty solid. They're a little high in calories. I'm gonna try one out in an upcoming TikTok or short or whatever you want to call it, but they're not too bad. And they obviously had my go-to pretzel crisp, so had to pick some of those up. And Highball is a pretty interesting energy drink. I've had this a long time ago from Whole Foods, but it's kind of tastes like a White Claw mixed with a Monster. Not that good, but okay. They also have so many different Lily's types of candies. I've never seen before. Chocolate covered peanuts, chocolate covered almonds, Lily's peanut butter cups, chocolate covered popcorn, all sorts of stuff. The macros are really not that good, surprisingly though, so I didn't end up getting much. And I'm always using cacao in recipes, so they had some really good organic cacao that I picked up here. And when it comes to protein pasta, they had quite a bit. This is all pasta made out of chickpeas, so you still get a really good consistency, but with a little extra added protein. Okay, white rice. Now this stuff I've been hearing a lot of really good things about, because you have the same calories of rice, but you have more volume. So when you compare, you have about the same amount of calories, but you have about a quarter cup more when it's all cooked, and you have 10 grams of protein compared to like 1 gram of protein per serving. So more volume, same calories, seems like a deal to me. They had a lot of these rhythm. I got a bunch of different flavors, but they're all really crazy good macros. I guess they're just dehydrated vegetables, but they have cauliflower buffalo bites. They have the carrot sticks up there, all different types of flavors, and the entire pack only has 150 calories for the whole thing. On to some good protein bars. I've heard good things about the Think bar, so we're gonna pick up a couple more flavors of that. And never heard of this one before, Pro Protein, but I am gonna try it out in this video, so stay tuned for a review on that one. And Quantum Energy, I've never heard of that, but I'm gonna try this out in today's video as well. A bunch of weird different ones that I haven't really seen before. Onto some frozen food. They had rice cauliflower for a pretty good price too, but they had something that I was not expecting, which is this white rice pre-cooked that you can just heat up in the microwave and you're good to go as much as you want. It makes it really convenient. They had a bunch of really good rice cauliflower blends as well that I decided to pick up. Some with broccoli, some with sweet potatoes and other veggies, so definitely got a plethora of that to try out. Let's go home and let's give this all a cooking. All right, we are back from the store, and boy did I get, well, so many incredible things, but it's time to start cooking up some of the incredible stuff that we got. And this first recipe has got to be one of my all-time favorite recipes that I've been making for honestly years now. It has such an authentic Italian vibe, a ton of flavor, and very low calories with an insane amount of volume. So without further ado, let me show you my insane spaghetti squash spaghetti recipe. Pretty much all you're gonna need is your 2 spaghetti squash, some sort of sauce. I'm using the Rao's sauce, and some sort of meat. I'm gonna use the beer can chicken that we got at Whole Foods. All right, and while your oven is preheating, you can start making your spaghetti squash. Take one, cut down the middle. You should be able to break it open. Ta-da. All right, and next we're just gonna scoop out all of this like pumpkin goo, I like to call it. All All right, so once you have this, you can pick your different seasonings. I am gonna go with some garlic powder and some za'atar seasoning from Trader Joe's. So I like to briefly spray it with some avocado oil and go ahead and season it up. All right, now you're gonna go ahead and toss it in the oven for about 40 to 50 minutes. Top rack will make it go a little faster. All right, and while that's in the oven, we're gonna start cooking the chicken. The first thing you're gonna need is some avocado oil spray. And your chicken, like I said, this is the Freebird Craft Beer barbecue chicken that we got from Whole Foods. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let this cool. For our chicken now, let's chop it up. Breast, which should not be cooked all the way through, just nicely. All right, next we're gonna put in the Rao's tomato basil sauce. All right, now with your spaghetti squash cooled, you can take 2 halves and simply just scrape with a fork, and you'll start to see the spaghetti-ness come out. All right, now before I go any farther, I mean, look at how much volume we have here in this bowl. There's little over 500 grams of spaghetti squash between the 2 halves, and that comes out to right over 135 calories only for all this volume. Look at it compared to the size of like a normal cereal bowl. It is insane the amount of volume you're getting here. All right, now we'll go ahead and add our chicken and sauce here. Oh, all right. First of all, if you're wondering why I'm wearing a hat, well, I have some of the worst sunburn and my entire face is peeling like a snake. So hat stays on for right now, but look at this beautiful, there's a hair in it. But look at this beautiful heaping bowl. Is that a voice crack or not? I don't know. Heaping bowl of spaghetti squash with chicken and marinara sauce. I'm telling you right now, I'm not gonna be able to eat all this. In fact, I'm probably, after I cut the video, take like half of this out and save it for tomorrow, because this is just so much volume. My stomach will be hurting all night if I try and consume all this and put it in my stomach at one time. But this configuration right here, the macros of it, they're insane. Let me show you. So with the spaghetti squash, tomato basil, Rao's, and chicken, we are at 503 calories for this absolutely massive bowl. And the macros, pretty freaking balanced and amazing for what this is. 43 grams of carbs, 13 grams of fat, and 60 grams of protein. That is an ideal dinner, an adequate amount of protein. It's still a low carb meal because you're saving some calories, and the fat's perfectly balanced there as well. I couldn't ask for a better meal that Whole Foods is providing me. So without further ado, let's give it a bite. I don't know about you guys, but this is my favorite part of the videos. Oh, look at that. So delicious. Wow, that's perfect. I mean, this might be a slightly unpopular opinion, but I really enjoy the crunchiness that spaghetti squash gives you over your traditional noodles that are like chewy and like gooey. This is a great substitute for an incredible amount of volume with still a ton of flavor. You could probably do this a little lower calorie if you got a little lower calorie sauce, but the Rao's sauce adds an incredible touch, and it's really not that bad. Also, Rao's makes a like marinara sauce. It's only 50 calories per serving. So if you wanted to go with Rao's still, save a little more calories, you can use that. But I think this configuration is out of this world. If I were to add anything else to this, maybe some like Parmesan cheese. I don't have any here and I forgot to buy some at Whole Foods. Unfortunately, cry face. But this is just doing absolute wonders anyways. So I'm gonna have this for dinner, probably half of this for dinner, truthfully. And I will catch you guys for the next recipe. All right, we are back, and instead of doing a full recipe for you guys, to keep this video a little shorter, I wanted to try out some of the protein snacks slash like energy snacks we got at Whole Foods. So we have the Quantum Energy Square, which has caffeine in it. I don't think this is technically a protein bar. It has 10 grams of protein for 200 calories, so kind of. And then we have actually a good sized bar, but 280 calories, Pro Bar protein, which is just plant-based protein. So this is gonna be directly competing against our no-cal bars that you guys know I absolutely hate. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. And I think I'm gonna do the Pro Bar first. Like I said, 280 calories, 20 grams of protein. So a little high calorie, but 20 grams of protein, so it's not actually terrible. Let's break it open. And we have a pretty good size bar here, actually. Kind of just looks like a turd, but it is a good size bar. Let's give it a bite. Let's see what we're actually working with in here. So can you see how there's like little nuts inside of the bar? The flavor is cookie dough. And like I said, this is a plant-based protein bar. And I believe these are flax seeds in here. I gotta be honest, the taste is not nearly as bad as a no-cal bar at all. But there is still that, maybe it's the soy protein in these vegan protein bars that make it like that flavor. But this is not nearly as bad at all. Sorry, I keep comparing it to no-cal, but that's really the only like vegan bar I've tried so far. So this one is definitely a little better. Is it as good as like a normal protein bar? Not really. It doesn't really compete for me. The size is good. The flavor's okay. The macros are okay. For me, I would probably give this like a 7.2, maybe a 7.4 if I was like really feeling it. But that is this one. Let's also try out the Quantum Energy Square. This is their dark chocolate, pink Himalayan salt, 10 grams of protein and 200 calories. So not the best macros, but it's kind of more of an energy bar than I think a protein bar anyways. So, oh yeah, definitely not a protein bar just by looking at it. Look at this. I mean, that screams not a protein bar. But let's see what it tastes like. Come here, you little fella. And what I would like to compare this to, if you guys watched my review on the Overpowered bar, I feel like this is a very similar thing to Overpowered bar, but I definitely like the Overpowered bar a lot more. It's not bad. Like, I probably wouldn't buy it again, but it's not bad for what it is, not really being a protein bar, more of like an energy type bar because of the caffeine it has in it. It's really pretty good. And like I said, nuts, it's all healthy, all plant-based, this is vegan as well. So if you're into that, then maybe you wanna try this one out too. I will say the natural like Himalayan pink salt in this does add a very nice salty touch that I do enjoy. So for this one, what would I rate it? I would rate it slightly higher, about a 7.6 to about 7.5 maybe. Definitely better tasting. Macros are definitely a little worse, but overall, I think it's pretty good. Like, I'd probably buy this one again over the Pro Bar that I have here. So that's a little review. I have plenty more Whole Foods bars I'll be trying out in the next couple weeks. So if you guys want to see that, make sure to stay tuned for the upcoming videos. But let's get into the next recipe. All right, we are back. And for this last recipe, I decided to throw on grandma's apron. And not only because I've been eating grapes, but I haven't had the apron on because my sunburn has been, well, really bad. But it's kind of calmed down a little bit, so I'm now ready to show my arms / forehead again. But besides the point, this last meal is going to incorporate some incredible high volume and some unique stuff that I've actually never tried before. So I'm super excited to show you what we got. We're gonna be making like this broccoli slaw Asian rice dish. I don't know what it is, but I've had it before with like a different type of rice and it was really good. So I'm super excited to try it out with what we got from Whole Foods. That being said, let me show you what you're gonna need. So you're gonna have your broccoli slaw. This is the one that we got from Whole Foods, but I think any will work. And then for our ground meat, mine's already cooked, but what I did here was I did a pound of Whole Foods lean ground beef, a pound of the 99% fat-free ground turkey, and a pound of the 99% fat-free ground chicken. Mixed it all in a bowl together, seasoned it up with everything that I like. Next, final item, all we're gonna need is some white rice. Like I said, I've never had white rice before, but comparing white rice to normal rice, you're getting the same amount of calories, but you're getting more volume and more protein. So if this stuff tastes similar to white rice, normal rice, it's an absolute go for me. All right, so as I said, the meat is already cooked. Let's make everything else. Let's start off by putting the broccoli slaw and the rice in the cooker. So you can actually see a little bit of what I'm talking about. So instead of it being a 1/4 cup of dry rice for 180 calories, you're getting a 1/3 cup of dry rice for 180 calories. and you get 10 grams protein compared to 4 and a little less carbs. All right, so we have the water heating up for our rice. So our broccoli slaw here, the entire bag only has 100 calories, which is awesome. And all we're gonna do is toss it in here and saute it with G. Hughes sugar-free orange ginger marinade. This stuff literally only has 5 calories per serving, and it is insanely delicious. All right, our water is boiling. All right, it says all we do is dump in the rice and then turn off the heat. All right, our slaw is now all the way cooked. Now I'm about to add 500 grams total of our 3 meat mixture. And I thought, while we're waiting, why not have a margarita? And if this doesn't quite look like a normal margarita, it's because it's not a margarita at all. Some like green smoothie I'm trying to drink. It's actually pretty good. It's got some mango in there, cucumber, nice, refreshing. Not quite a margarita, but it'll do for today. All right, guys, so it's been about 20 minutes since I put the rice in, and it's still very soupy. I think I put way too much water in the mixture. I can say it does taste pretty good, actually, just from tasting it, but this is not gonna work for this recipe. So good thing we also got this at Whole Foods as well, which is literally already cooked white rice. It just comes in a bag. All you gotta do is put it in the microwave for about 3 minutes, as much as you want, and you're good to go. All right, 410 grams of rice into the mixture. And now we just stir. All right, and we end up with 2 massive bowls of our mixture, both bowls coming out to right around 600 grams a piece. So this could easily make like 4 solid meals at around 400 grams a piece, or you could do 2 humongous meals like these bowl-sized meals at 600 grams a piece. I have decided to go with the option of just doing 300 grams, and as you can see, this is still a very good sized bowl. Now, the volume's good. Let's look at the macros and see if they're good. All right, so in the entire mixture, the total 1,200 grams roughly, we have right around 1,200 calories. That's pretty perfect. And some incredible macros go with it. 120 grams of carbs, about 13 grams of fat, which is really, really low, and 151 grams of protein. So like I said, I'm having about a quarter of it in this meal right here. So if I just change this to 0.25, right around 300 calories for my dinner tonight with about 40 grams of protein, 30 grams of carbs, and 3 grams of fat. That's an extremely well-balanced and well-delicious meal. How delicious, you ask? Let me show you. Oh, yes. Gotta be honest, the G. Hughes sauce absolutely makes this recipe. But all in all, super, super delicious. So sad about the white rice, but we'll try it out another time in another video. So make sure you're subbed and stay tuned for that. But this delicious dinner is going to wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the grocery haul. I hope you guys enjoyed the recipes. If you go pick anything up or make any of the recipes, make sure to tag me on Instagram. And like I said in the beginning of the video, if you're new here, become a Suggs subscriber. So happy to have you part of the family. If you enjoyed the video, press the like button, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.